Keith, can you tell me a little bit about some of the issues that the equipment vendor members of the TM Forum are going to be facing in the next year or so?
Yeah, I think the networks are getting much more intelligent, much smarter, and what we're doing with them is getting more and more complex. You know, one time you built a network and it was the service. Now you've got multiple services over a common network, but those multiple services have different characteristics and different dynamics. So you get some traffic which is very sensitive to delay, and other traffic which isn't. You know, if you're a gamer and you're getting some latency in the network, it's a real problem. If you're sending email, it's not a problem. And from the operator's point of view, they want to differentiate those services by different levels of pricing for different kinds of services they offer. And of course, they've got to enable that into the network. So you've got to be able to detect that kind of traffic. So you see a lot of emphasis on deep packet inspection, those kind of technologies. And then you've got to decide, what am I going to do about it? So you see technologies like policy-based management becoming key. You know, 5 years ago, people were talking about fault management and billing at these shows. Today, they're talking about much more sophisticated visibility of what's happening, performance of what's happening, and automated correction and analysis of that. And the other big one is this big data analytics area. You know, and that's right across the spectrum. It's not just in the equipment vendor space, but a lot of the data is in there. You know, there's two terms: there's data and there's information. Data isn't worth anything because it's gobbledygook. Information is what you get out of it if you can analyze that data into something meaningful, and you can use it for better targeted marketing of your customers. You could look at monetizing that to third parties, because at the end of the day, if you're looking in the network, you can see what everybody's doing, see what applications they're running, see who they're talking to. Now, there's obviously privacy issues and security issues there. And that brings me on to another core issue, which is security. You know, the cyber security issues, we didn't kind of really worry about so much, but it's now becoming a very, very big issue. And that's why I'm so pleased that we've now got a defense community here in the forum, because they're bringing a lot of cybersecurity knowledge into the organization that commercial operators are picking up on, and this policy-based management stuff. Because again, under threat management, you need to be able to react very quickly. You can't report it to a human being who thinks about it. You've got to have pre-baked policies that take immediate action. So things like fraud management, security management, policy-based management, analytics, these are the kinds of issues that I'm sure the equipment vendors are being asked about when they go see operators that wouldn't have heard of a few years ago, and they're going to become much more important as we go forward.
Thank you very much.